Hi Guillaume, Gautam this side. So the purpose of this video is just to explain you, just to show you actually the results. So let's say this is the updated file which I have created. So since our last meeting, as I told I wanted to classify the objects. So let me show you the file first. Let's say if you go to the fish classifier, this is the fish classifier. So in the fish classifier, so in the data set, so as you can see right now, there is nothing in segmentation and there is nothing. So in prediction I has two folder, one is fish and one is no fish. So no segment has been added in these folders right now. So now let's run this algorithm, and then we can obviously see if it works or not. So let's say I run this algorithm, so it will ask me for the image which I need to add. So as you can see, it's running. So it asks like, please select the BMP image to be segmented. So let's say I select this foreground image which I need to segment. So I will open this image, and the moment I open this image, it will ask me for the dimensions of the, it will ask me for the dimensions, like what is the segmentation, what's the size of the images which I want to. So the reason I have added this step is actually just to measure the accuracy for different grid sizes. Because if I have to do it manually, that would have been a very big task for me, because I have to go to code again and again to enter the values and then get for 10 by 10, 20 by 20, 30 by 30, 40 by 40 pixels. So that's the main reason I have added this step. So let's say I put in 50. So that's the whole thing which I needed to add. So now it will just keep giving me the outputs and everything. So I have added these things just to just to make sure that there is some updates which is shown. And now if we go to the, if you remember, so if we go to the data sets, and now if we go to the segments, here you can, these are the segments, right? But the additional thing which we have done now is, now we will do the prediction, and in the prediction we will put the segments which has fishes in the fish folder, and segment which algorithm thinks there is no fish in the no fish folder. So in this way our algorithm is now much better, and it's an optimum solution. And now let's say, in order to measure the F1 score, obviously I researched on Google about the F1 score, and I already knew the formula because I got it from the Google. So the way I have calculated, I have just I have just written it in the console. So let's say here is the actual code in which you can enter the number of positive, number of false, negative. So it will take the values from you, and then it will record the F1 score with by using this formula, which is so the reason I have done this is, instead of doing it manually, it's always much better to use the functions to do it. So it just makes your life a little bit easier. So just for the demo purposes, I'll just write the value at, say, let's say I got, let's say, 10 true positive, and let's say I got 20 true negative, and so now it will ask me for false positive. Let's say I added one false positive, and now it will ask me how many true negatives do I got. So let's say I entered 5. So here you can see, here it automatically generates the answer for me, what's the F1 score for my algorithm and everything. So this is the most up to date, this is the version 3 of this algorithm. So I have obviously put a quite big effort in making this work. So now we have included background subtraction, now we have included grid as well, and on the top of grid, now we can also separate the segments into different folders. So this is the solution which I have came up with. And I think so there is still a lot of things that we need to do in this algorithm, but I will be mentioning those stuff in the future works, obviously, because of the time which I got, I just couldn't do everything. So that's my project. I hope you will like this, and please let me know what you think about my project, and if there what else, like I think so now I would be focusing more on report because I'm working on it as well. So thanks a lot for your guidance, and whatever you did for me, I'm really thankful for it. So thank you.